Have you ever felt like you're giving everything but getting almost nothing in return? Have you stayed silent to keep the peace, compromised just to avoid conflict, only to realize one day you're not being appreciated simply because you were too easy? It's time to wake up. Don't be the fool in a relationship. Not because you don't love, but because you need to love the right way. And first of all, love yourself. The fear of losing mindset. A double-edged sword. One of the biggest reasons we often become foolish in love is the fear of losing, not because you're weak, but because you've placed too much of your self-worth in the presence of the other person. You compromise, you bend, you sacrifice unconditionally just to keep the relationship alive. But in truth, love should never be a negotiation born from anxiety. If you have to constantly give in just to be loved, that's not love. That's a trade-off, and the more you trade, the more you lose yourself. A relationship is not a one-sided investment. Have you ever said this? I've done everything for them, and it's still not enough? That question reveals a harsh truth. You're treating love like an investment and expecting a return. There's nothing wrong with love, but the way you place expectations on the other person might be what's hurting you. A relationship is only healthy when both people are building it together. If you're the only one putting in effort, always the one texting first, apologizing first, compromising first, that's not love, that's servitude. Real love doesn't make someone strain to keep the other person. It makes both people want to stay, willingly, every single day. A smart person knows when to walk away. Many people mistake stopping for giving up, but in truth, knowing when to stop is a form of clarity. Smart people don't walk away because they're weak-hearted. They walk away because they understand. Staying in the wrong relationship hurts more than facing loneliness. You can't fix a cracked glass by pouring more water into it, and you can't make someone change just by loving them harder. Wake up. People only change when they choose to, and if you're the only one trying, you're dragging yourself off a cliff. If you always have to prove you're worthy, it's no longer love. Real love begins with acceptance, not with constant tests. Wake up. This isn't a movie or a fairy tale. If every day in your relationship feels like you're taking an emotional exam, where you're the only one trying to prove you're good enough, interesting enough, worthy enough, then you might be trapped in a psychological game, not a real relationship. You don't need to be a perfect version of yourself to deserve love. You just need to be yourself and be seen and respected for who you are. The right person won't love you because you're trying so hard. They'll love you because with them, you both get to be your true selves, comfortably. Your worth does not lie in someone else's hands. When you love the wrong way, you start measuring your self-worth through someone else's reactions. They reply to your message quickly. You feel important. They grow distant. You feel worthless. You let your emotions depend entirely on someone else's mood. And you call that loving with all your heart. No, that's giving up control over your own life. Your value doesn't increase when someone loves you, and it doesn't decrease when they leave. It has always been there, whole and intact, as long as you still know how to respect yourself. Love is not built on fear, but on freedom. A relationship is only healthy when both people feel free, even within commitment. If you have to control, get jealous, cling, or constantly doubt just to keep someone around, then you're not in love. You're in an emotional prison. Remember this, someone who stays because they're being held back isn't really staying. The one who stays because they choose to, that's who truly deserves to stay. If they want to leave, let them go. If they truly want to stay, you won't have to fight to keep them. Love is about growing and building together. Ask yourself, since being with this person, have I grown or have I shrunk? Love shouldn't be something that makes you anxious, sleepless, or constantly doubt yourself. It should be a place where you feel nourished. When you love the right person, you will be encouraged to pursue your goals, have your personal space respected. On the other hand, if someone constantly makes you feel like you have to force yourself, fake emotions, or put on a mask, maybe they're not meant to be in your life. In the end, you're not foolish for loving someone. but you do need to relearn how to love without losing yourself. A healthy relationship makes you stronger, not more fragile. You deserve a love where you can be yourself, where you are valued without having to try too hard. And if that kind of love hasn't come yet, be patient. Learn to truly love yourself first, before learning how to love someone else. Because if you don't do it for yourself, then who will?